Well, it's been a long ride, but I've finally finished season two of classic Doctor Who, and this ends on the Time Meddler, which makes up episodes 35 through 39. So this, I gotta say, is one of my all-time favorite Hartnell episodes. Th- I think I've seen this episode like three times over the years. It's that good. So let me just let me just get into it and explain why the reasons I like it. So at the end of the chase, if you guys remember, Ian and Barbara have left the show, and normally in shows when your two main characters or two of the main characters leave, you're kind of like, okay, it's kind of hard to fill that void. But up comes Steven. Steven, introduced at the end of the chase, has him sort of be hiding in the TARDIS to escape a certain death by the files. So luckily he survives, and he becomes a new companion. And I like this dynamic he has with Vicky throughout the story because they land in Viking times in 1066 during the Battle of Hastings, which I don't know much about because I was never taught European history. So a lot of times when Doctor Who talks about stuff like this, it kind of goes over my head a bit. Um, and the whole time Steven's like, Vicky, we're not in Viking times. This is just a little like show or something. You guys are tricking us. And slowly he realizes, oh wait a minute, this actually is a time machine. This is crazy. So that's a nice little arc he has, and I like his chemistry a lot with Maureen O'Brien as Vicky, which is why when they brought back the Tales of the TARDIS, and they had them talk about their adventures and stuff and what they've been up to lately. That was such a sweet scene. I saw it several months ago between Peter Pulves and Maureen O'Brien, so I'm glad they brought them back to celebrate the 60th anniversary. This is the introduction to the meddling monk, who is a very great villain. He's one of those comedic villains, but not overly hammy. He has this nice balance, and I love his chemistry with William Hartnell as the Doctor. So we find out that the monk comes from the same planet the Doctor does. So he's a Time Lord, but they're not really specifically about Time Lords yet. It's more mysterious. He wants to go back and change history and, make it better in his opinion. But, the Doctor knows, we've talked about this several times now. You can't change history no matter what. Um, Hartnell himself is great in this story. He's at his A game. I absolutely love him. First of all, he has great chemistry with Stephen and Vicky. His dynamic with the monk is so good. They're playing like this little cat and mouse game. He has this energy about him that's so unique and distinctive for this Doctor, and it's at full force here. He's saddles the line between grumpy old man and impish Yoda creature. So, ooh, 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 interesting, Sonny. Ooh, he does that a lot, and it's always so charming. One of the coolest scenes in the episode is when he heals the cryo, but it's very subtle. You hear it kind of skip a bit, and I didn't even notice this my first two times that like the audio skips. So that's when he realizes, oh, he goes there and finds out it's a record player, and you're like, oh shit, the monk's a time traveler. So the Doctor himself is absent for episode two of the story, and like I've said, when the Doctor takes a week off, you could really feel it. But in this episode, the supporting cast and the companions and the villain are so strong that you don't even notice it that much, or you don't even care that much. It's very rare that happens. I think the only time that's happened that also works is when William Hartnell wasn't in the 10th planet that much. So yeah, fantastic episode. Great way to end season two. It really kind of has that finale vibe to it because, the whole like, oh shit, the monk's got to tell this like great cliffhanger. He's a Time Lord, but we don't know they're called Time Lords yet. It's great because we never really seen another one of the Doctor species before besides him and Susan. So overall, great story. I like the Doctor Steve and Vicky dynamic. I wish they had that longer, but I know that Vicky doesn't stick around that long, unfortunately. But for the few stories we do have of them, it's a very good dynamic. So Let me know what you guys thought of the Time Meddler down in the comments below, and what is your favorite story of season 2? Mine is still the Dalek invasion of Earth. So I will say the Time Meddler, it's a close second. It's a close second. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll be talking about Galaxy 4 and Mission to the Unknown in my next video, so stick around then, and until next time, peace.